that you guys are going to cut my fucking hours during the winter time, and you're going to be changing my fucking pay structure anyways. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to look out for myself.
And you gave him what? At least the 2-week notice, right?
I gave him the 2-week notice, and the guy was like,
Yeah.
"Nah, man, we'll have you end off on this day." I was like, "All right, you know what? Fine, fair enough." And
Oh,
it was,
yeah, that's
instead of
right.
it being
You
like
mentioned that.
instead of it being a 14-day notice, it was 10-day notice. Okay.
But you gave him the option of having you there for the entire 14 days. So
Yeah.
what's his fucking problem?
Yeah. Not only that, but like, the day that was my last shift, that ended up being my last shift. I still had 2 more days to go. Like, I still had like that Friday and Saturday. I'm just like, all right, fuck it. I go in, work on Friday, work on Saturday, and then I'm fucking done. And then I get, a little bit more than a week before I start the new job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Head manager, sees me outside, like, hey, asks me if I'm coming back. I'm like, no, okay, so I need to fill out this paperwork. And doesn't say, hey, I'm sorry to see that we're losing you. You're pretty good. Doesn't say anything like that.
Hmm.
I'm just like, man, what a fucking asshole.
It's just that place, apparently. They just, I mean, unless, like, I don't know, man. That's
Like,
fucked up. Like,
well,
people just not even acknowledging you is like,
yeah, and it's like,
that's so cold.
Man, don't get me wrong. Were there good people there? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Like the boss's son, absolute sweetheart, man. I would have fucking done anything for that kid because he always treated me nicely. He was never an asshole. He never had this like pompous attitude of like, well, my dad's the boss, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it's like, no, he busted his ass.
Mm-hmm. Some people, man.
Some fucking people, man. Yeah. But I mean, not even to just say like, when I go in there and pick up a paycheck, not even to say, how you doing? And like I even checked to make sure, like, okay, is he on the phone? I can wait a few minutes. He wasn't on the phone. Nope.
So like you said, he was just watching videos.
Just watching videos in his office.
And can't be bothered to just at least say hello.
Yep.
Like you said, you can understand that maybe, it's the last time I'm going to see you, and so, like, who gives a shit? But why would he even be pissed off, and why couldn't he at least just say hello and happy holidays? Or
yeah,
whatever?
and like
what?
I'd get it if I left on bad terms. I would have understood that. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Right. So it's just like what's stuck up his ass exactly.
Besides, like that last day that ended up being my shift, like he told me like, well, I have you off tomorrow, which was going to be a Friday. He's like, and then I had you working on Saturday, but he's like, we're slow right now. You don't even have to come in on Saturday. I was like, all right, man, are you sure? Like, I'll come in on Saturday. I don't give a shit. I'll come in on Friday too. I don't care. But he's like, nah, you can just stay home. Okay.
No, fuck him.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to deal with him anymore.
Thankfully.
He's past tense.
Thankfully.
At least he's past tense.
Thankfully.
That's the thing, man. Like we said towards the top of this thing about you can't please everybody. Like, there you were, you did everything basically that you were supposed to. You gave your 2-week notice. This dude seemingly was okay with it and seemingly cool enough to be like, not only whatever, you're giving your 2-week notice, but hey, we're slow. You can have some extra time off. Like, he's actually reaching out and being helpful to you, and then to just all of a sudden be like, maybe he was having a bad day or something, but like, you didn't cause that bad day. But you're not. The ultimate point is, you did everything you could to make your relationship with that guy the best that it could possibly be, and that guy at the end of it was just couldn't be bothered to see you halfway. And in that case, well, you just got to say fuck them, because there are people out there who are willing to see you halfway or even meet you further along than halfway, and those are the people that you keep around. Yeah. And people like the Sean motherfucker, you just tell him to go eat some ass.
Yeah, but I mean, just lacking that common courtesy of just saying, "How are you?" or "Hello." Or hey, what's up, Tubbs? Something.
Well, there are just some people in this world that deserve to be boiled in a vat of acid. I don't know what to tell you. Some people just fucking suck, but that's unfortunately the way it is. You have to have, if you don't have things that suck or people that suck in and around your life, then you're not going to really know what the good shit is. So it sucks, but if everything were hunky-dory all the time, that would kind of suck too.
You bastard! Yeah.
Thanks, Grid.
Yeah. And I just like as I was leaving the office though, like I was like legit pissed off about that. I'm like, come on, man, like literally less than 2 seconds. Hello, goodbye, have a good
Seriously.
holiday. That took
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
Took nothing.
You bastard!
There are lots of people like that, or people who don't even realize that they're kind of being rude. Like I get people all the time on the phone who you're like, and I know that I'm kind of doing my spiel, but I try to be sincere when I'm like, have a nice day or whatever. Thanks for calling. Have a nice day, and the person will just be like, click or yep or okay. It's like, if you're gonna say okay or yep or whatever, you could just be like you too.
Yeah.
Like, is it that
Or
really?
just
Like, am I asking that much for you to be like you too? And I'm not like a gentle snowflake or whatever. You're not hurting my feelings, but just it's like you said, it's common courtesy. How long did it take? How much effort did it take for you
yeah,
to be like you too?
just thank you, you too. Takes
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. Even thank you is better. That's still just like acknowledging, hey, cool. Like I don't necessarily need to wish you well, I guess, but at least you acknowledge that I'm wishing you well, and that's cool.
Yeah,
But whatever. It's just people just don't realize it, don't care. Who knows? Fuck them either way, I guess. Like,
yeah.
You baby gorilla. Why don't you work a
exactly.
zoo and stop bothering people?
Oh man.
But yeah, it's if anybody takes anything away from this podcast today, just take this. It costs nothing to be a decent person.
Mm.
It costs nothing to be a good person. Just 2 seconds, if that. Because man,
Right.
you can have somebody that's having just an absolute shitty day, with just saying like, "Hey man, how you doing?" That could kind of perk them up a little bit because like they feel like they're being acknowledged and saying, "Hey, you know what? This person took 2 seconds. 2 seconds. They're not going to get back in their life, and they chose to say hello to me.
Mm-hmm.
The least I can do is reciprocate that 2 seconds. Say, thank you. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Right.
Or hey, doing good, doing good. It costs nothing to be a good
And
person.
and it goes back to that choice of do you choose to encourage them or to just put them down and it's easier and better for everybody to just encourage the good parts of whatever it is that you see and to pay that forward rather than to just not say anything or to say something negative like what was Kevin Smith's thing about it costs nothing to encourage an artist or something or like you gain nothing by discouraging an artist, but you stand to gain everything by encouraging one, basically. It's kind of like that, only I think it's true of not just artists, but anybody.
Yeah,
You never know what you're going to get out of somebody. It doesn't hurt you to encourage the good out of them.
yeah, like I have that quote right here. It said, and this is in his book, Tough Shit: Life Advice from a Fat Lazy Slob Who Did Good. He says, quote, "Remember, it costs nothing to encourage an artist, and the potential benefits are staggering. A pat on the back to an artist now could one day result in your favorite film or the cartoon you love to get stoned watching, or the song that saves your life. Discourage an artist and you get absolutely nothing in return ever." So just,
Yeah.
replace the word artist with person.
Right,
And that's it.
exactly.
And that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I think it is true. I mean, you never know. Even the people who, who in this case, like, don't say it back or whatever, like, I'm sure there's some redeemable quality, and I'm sure some or maybe most of them don't mean to be disrespectful or whatever. But in the case of, like, this guy who doesn't say anything back, that makes you wonder, like, why can't you just say something? Like, again, it takes no effort, no time. Like, what's your problem? Like, people like that just need a wake-up call, you know?
Yeah. Like, this is the same guy who, like, when he would talk about, like, they have other employees that are getting unemployment. And he's just like, oh, they just don't want to go to work. It's like, well, look at it from their point of view as well, in the sense of, like, they may not feel safe going into somebody else's home who's not wearing a fucking mask, which did happen a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and want to fucking just get shit on by these fucking people.
Right. Or have some lady doing cocaine in her bathroom to have to contend with.
Yeah, and then me having to piss in my fucking pants in their driveway. Fucking pain in the ass.
But yeah, like for people to assume that they understand people's motives or intentions without actually asking them and trying to gain that knowledge is kind of ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
what's the old saying about never assume because it makes an ass out of you and me? It's true. Don't assume that you know what's going on in people's heads. You don't know.
No.
And oftentimes, even when you ask them, you still probably don't know.
No. And I mean, I go by the rule of like, you know what? You get 2 shots, at least with me. If I say hello to you and you say nothing back or you're just mean, I'm just going to assume, okay, you're having a bad day at the office. I get it. It happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If that second time, I come up, say hi, being nice to you, and you're still an asshole, I'm just going to say, fuck it. You're an asshole. You're done. I'm not saying hello to you anymore. We're done.
Yeah.
Because then it's a waste of my time.
Yeah, everybody deserves at least a second chance.
Yeah, because, yes, people have a bad day at the office. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
I get the feeling this wasn't a bad day at the office for this character, though.
I get a feeling...
Judging by the fact that he was cool with you otherwise.
No, I get the feeling every day was a bad day at the office for this fucking guy.
Probably is. Well, whatever. Let him continue his miserable existence while you hopefully move on to greener pastures, better things, and...
I mean, hopefully, but, that still remains to be seen.
Well, true, I suppose.
There's a lot of shit that he needs, Bruce.
Are you a needy person, Andy?
I need some cocaine on my coffee table here.
Oh, man.
How are you with lines? I mean, I got a script I got to memorize later. Need some help with it.
I guess the cocaine would help that. It would help you stay up, I guess, to memorize the lines.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Who needs Red Bull when you got cocaine? Am I right, Bruce?
Gives you wings. Hooah!
Gives you wings and to the fucking moon, brother.
From 2 guys who have never done cocaine, by
True.
the way.
True.
Man.
But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for us this week on Let Us Cast. It is good to be
Wrap
back.
it up like a present? I'm sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're
I'm
not.
a little sorry.
No,
I'm a
you're
little
not.
sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't lie. Don't fucking lie. So, it's good to be back. We'll see you guys next week, same time, every Sunday at 3 p.m. You can catch us on twitch.tv/letuscast. You can also check out this podcast, obviously, at Spreaker.com or on our YouTube channel, I believe, as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure can.
Cool. You want to follow me on Twitter? I am at STS_radio at, at STS_radio Andrew. I still have yet to figure out how to fucking change that. It was one of those things.
Maybe I can help you with that.
Legitimately, I did it once, and I was like, fuck, I don't know how to do this anymore.
There's got to be a way.
I'm sure there's...
I think I did my Instagram or something. I changed... Or no, I think it was my Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be able to help you.
Yeah, because I think...
I'm sort of our tech guy, I guess, which is kind of sad, because I'm not a tech guy.
Would you rather have me be in charge of tech? No.
Oh, man.
But anyways, that's going to do it for us this week. We're going to catch you guys next week. Be kind, be cool. Peace the fuck out.
Indeed, indeed.
Thank you, fuck you, bye, motherfuckers. Happy New Year, heels.